Hello guys, welcome to another Master System Marceau video. I would like to talk to you this time about retro video game collecting in particular, because Carl Jobst just released a few days ago another video. I just watched it, and I'm just appalled at some people in the retro gaming community. As you know, I'm a huge retro gamer. I love retro games, but I don't care for collecting cartridges. And some think it's a little bit weird for somebody like me because usually retro gamers, they collect a lot of cartridges. Me, I don't care. If I have an EverDrive and I have the games on there or any other way. Usually, if I can, I'll buy those retro game compilations digitally on either Xbox, Switch, or PS4 when they release them. There's a ton of them, and I own pretty much all of them. So when I can legally buy them, I always do. I don't go buying cartridges or using an EverDrive if I can avoid it. I prefer to do it the official way. But there's two things about this. Because when you buy at a pawn shop or whatever your games, the company doesn't earn anything on it. All right, these games have already been sold at the time of release, and now it's just second hand, third, fourth hand. Nobody except the mom and pop shop are earning on that. So people shouldn't be feeling bad if they don't have a choice of going through video game preservation that way and using an EverDrive. I don't see what the problem is. And so that's one side of it. And now the second part is people that are collecting these games, keeping them for years on end, grading them in the hopes of selling them at a huge price in the future, giving them to their children, hoping that they will have something of value. And guys, let me tell you one thing. It's not going to happen, all right? It's not going to happen. At best, you're going to make a few $1,000s on it, no more. You don't believe me? All right. Well, let me tell you this. If I could go back to the future, not back to the future, back in the past, like in the movie Back to the Future, all right, I get a DeLorean today and I go to the past and I buy an old Super Mario Brothers games or something like that, or an old Zelda, an old Sonic, and I keep it sealed. I don't touch it. I keep it in perfect condition, mint condition, and I try to sell it today. Do you think that I would sell it for $1 million or $100,000 or something like that? The answer is no. All right. There's tons of those games out, and they're in perfect condition. And those grading companies are scam companies. All right. Some people don't want to hear it, but they're a scam. WATA is a scam company. Goldin Auctions, Heritage Auctions, scam companies. You can check more information about that in the video description down below on Carl Jobst YouTube channel. There's also Seth Abramson that's talked about it a lot on his Twitter. There's plenty of proof out there. But this is just logic, all right? Because these games are not rare. If you happen to stumble upon a Nintendo, what was that called? Nintendo World Championship cartridge on the NES, and yes, there's like 10 of them in the world. But it doesn't need to be mint. Even if you have just a cartridge, it doesn't have a box, by the way. So just having the cartridge, even in a poor condition, is worth something. But these grading companies, grading mint games, they're all the same. And they give one A plus, one A plus plus, one B, one C minus. And there doesn't seem to be any logic to it. Of course not. Because the founders of these companies have gaming collections themselves, even if they are not supposed to be allowed to have that as per FCC regulations. They have them. They sell them on eBay, or they have also parts in the auction companies, and so they're just inflating the market artificially and making money on top of that. It's a big scam. This is why you see those prices. It's just themselves buying the game themselves from their colleagues to try and make it look like these games are worth something, but they're not. All right, you can keep them as long as you want in the WATA box. They're not. Also, something that nobody ever talks about is when a game is sealed like that, you don't know if inside it's not a fake cartridge from China and the seal has been redone by the owner. You cannot check the authenticity 100% if you just see it from the outside. You would need to see the cartridge, look at its guts and see, oh yeah, that's the real chip from the time. You cannot just tell by looking at the cover. It's very easy to make a fake cover and a fake seal. Some people can do it pretty easy and you will not see the difference. WATA will not see the difference. They can't even notice when there's a scratch on the box and they rate Sonic, and the Sonic game was sold for 100,000 something. There were big marks on it, and you will, if you check on YouTube, you will see examples everywhere of people having marks on their box, and the ratings are not making any sense because it is a scam, guys. It is a scam. And keeping those games, if you keep them for maybe 2-3 centuries, maybe they will start becoming rare. But during our lifetime, Mario will not be rare, Zelda will not be rare. There's millions of them out there, and maybe in the year 2500 these will be rare. Even then I'm not so sure, because there's so many out there and I don't see people burying them all of a sudden. So it's no use. It's no use. And yeah, you might make a few thousand, but that's it. The rest is a scam, and I'm sick and tired of seeing people hoarding them, because also it's becoming a hoarding problem. Why is not a show about retro game collectors and hoarding? I'm very happy to buy digitally these days, because I don't want to have 1,000 cartridges on shelves. Yeah, a few items that I really love, like Ghostbusters games, a few like that. But I'm not gonna hoard everything that I can, like entire collections. It's fine if you want to do it. It's fine. If you do it for your own pleasure and you do it because you like the feeling of putting the original cartridge in the machine, that's fine. But if you start doing it because you want the collection, you want it, you think it's gonna have some value later on, then you're going to start hoarding. And you're going to be really disappointed because it's not going to be worth anything. Unless you pay for storage for centuries for these games. And even then, who knows if they will still be worth something, because the chips will rot and they will not be playable anymore. So they might lose all value whatsoever. They might be worth nothing. At least a book, if you keep it for a few centuries, you can open the book and you can still read the book, or the comic book, or whatever, or the baseball card. But a video game, the chips, they work like 50 years, maybe a little bit more, maybe 100 years if you're lucky. After that, they die. So keeping these games, collecting them for value, guys, you have to stop doing that. You have to stop it. And if you don't, I mean, I cannot tell you what to do, but if you don't, you're going to be disappointed. And nobody is telling the whole story about this. But there's the truth, guys. There's the truth. There is no point in collecting these games. Except just enjoying them. If you buy a few games because you enjoy playing with them, then I can understand, and that's perfectly fine. But don't collect for value. That's my whole thing here. You are actively getting scammed, especially if you grade them. Especially if you grade them. These companies are the worst, and it's a problem with our whole society. Truth be told, because it's not just WATA. It's every corporation on this earth is trying to, at some level, scam you. All right, they're trying to get your money, and they have no soul when doing that. There is not a company on this earth that truly cares about their customers. When they care, they act like they care is because they want good PR so that you trust them and give them your money. But do they feel about you? No, they don't. Even me right now, I think Xbox is more pro customer, but I'm not fooling myself. Why is that? Because they're trying to catch up on Sony, right? When they had caught up at the end of the Xbox 360 PS3 area, all of a sudden they were not consumer friendly anymore, and the Xbox One launch was a disaster because they wanted you to be always connected, always online, no discs, etc. Right? It's because as soon as they're done, they have the market shares that they want, they will not even act like they care. Look at Nintendo right now with the expansion pack, right? They released those Nintendo 64 games. Everybody's complaining, but as long as we are giving them our money, they don't care. They don't care. We can protest in the streets. If we pay them, they don't care. They will only care if they're like, maybe, the backlash really cost us a lot. We could make more money. So if we correct that, how much is going to cost? Okay, we're going to have to pay a studio, okay, and how much will we get back on return on investment? Okay, then let's do it then. That's the only time that they'll do it, because they don't care about you. Nobody does. No company, your friend, your family, your close friends will care about you. They are the only, your dog, your animals, the only people that truly care about you. People that don't know you, corporations, you're a number. You're a number and you're a wallet. That's all you are. That's all you are. But WATA, to come back to them, it's not just that. They're breaking the law. They're breaking FCC regulations. They don't care. And if you think you're going to earn anything with your retro games, no. Enjoy your retro games like I do. Play your Master System games, your Nintendo Entertainment System games, and all that. And if you like putting a cartridge in the console, good for you. I'm really happy that you love that. Actually, I love it too. I love that feeling also. It's just I'm not going to collect just for the sake of collecting and have entire shelves filled with boxes, and that's going to cost an arm and a leg. But if you do it for pleasure. Do not do it for a return on investment, because again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's because people don't understand. You're not going to make money out of it. It's just WATA, anything WATA related, anything Heritage Auctions related, anything Goldin Auctions related is fake. It's a scam to try and appear like there's something going on with the market. There is nothing going on with the market for games that have been sold by the millions, all right? You really want something that's of value? Spend the equivalent of a house on a Nintendo World Championship cartridge, because there's like 10 in the world or something. That's of value. Anything else that's sold in big quantity, it's not of value, and it's never going to be until those ships die it's not going to be worth anything except your sentimental value of taking the cartridge and putting it in your console. That's all you are paying for. You are only paying for the sentimental value. So I just sell it the way it is, guys. I know plenty of people in the retro gaming collections will not, if they watch this video, they will not like me for saying these things. But I feel like they need to hear it because it's ridiculous what's going on, and it's really sad. People pay so much money for games that are out there in big batch. So try to think twice. Because I've always also wanted to have that value, the sentimental value, like I said. But no, I decided a while back I'm not going to do that, and it's for the best, especially when I see what the prices are these days for those games. I don't regret my decision whatsoever. The house, I'm not going to show you because it's still a little bit of a mess, but it's not a mess of video games, and it's presentable, and I love to have a man cave with shelves of games down there, but is that worth it? Would that be worth all the money? I don't think so. So there you go, guys. Thank you for listening, for those who did, and keep on playing. See you next time.